If you guys want some trolley problems, then you guys can have some trolley problems. But I don't know what the integration would be. Okay, I don't know what the integration would be. Now we're doing it.
The following game contains adult themes.
Still kind of quiet.
It does not contain explicit language, sexual content, horror, or show violence.
Boo.
Choices matter, so please take your time. Player discretion is still advised. Please sign your name below, showing you understand and agree to endorse every decision you make.
You know it. Yep. You know it. Yep. There you go. Boom. That's signed and endorsed. Change the game.
Speak louder than words.
That's what the mods are for.
Welcome to Trolley Problem Inc. Founded to help people travel safely across the nation. All our employees must show 3 core values: responsibility, integrity, and respect. With that in mind, let's start your training.
I feel like this really doesn't embrace what the trolley problems are all about. It said it didn't have any violence. It said it didn't have any sexuality. It said it wants responsibility, integrity, and respect. That's not what this is about. It's about having your grandma or your grandpa tied to 2 different tracks, and you got to say goodbye to one of them real soon because that trolley's coming at 600 miles an hour. And you got to sentence one of them to death. One of them's going to die no matter what. You just got to pick which one. That's what it's all about. Seems like the Twitchometer isn't working. Twitchometer's not working. Are you guys breaking it again? Are you guys breaking it again? I swear to God. I swear to God. If you guys break another goddamn thing, I'm going to be so unbelievably mad. I think this is supposed to be an indication. Everyone go A first. Everyone go A. Like, hit A really hard. Hit A as hard as you can, and then, let's see. I want to see this thing move. I'm guaranteeing you this thing moves here because it's supposed to be an indication of what it is and is not. And this is like a test, right? This is a test. This is a systems check so that it tells you, me, what it do. And there's no way that you jerkwads are breaking it this soon, because if you are, then I'm so unbelievably upset with you. Everything that you stand for. Right? Am I actually upset? That's a question for another day. It's not working. Now let me try to press next.
There's a runaway trolley barreling down the railway tracks. On the tracks are 5 people unable to move. You're next to a lever. If you pull this lever, the trolley will switch to a different set of tracks.
Now it's working.
However, you notice there is a person on the other track. What do you do?
5 people unable to move. Pull the lever, switch to a different set of tracks. However, you notice there is a person on the other track. What do you do? Oh, God, this is so weirdly worded. And you guys can't even read all of it. If, like, okay, hang on. I got to move myself. Don't worry about the time. It's whatever. Oh, God, there's no good place for me to put my face. What is this? There's no good place. See, this is why people need to watch my videos and understand that there is a perfectly good way to place things in your games that accommodate for my face. And if they don't accommodate for my face, is it really even a good game? There's something beneath my foot. You guys can't even see it. There's no good place for my face anywhere here. What are you even doing? Well, good job, jerkwads. You did nothing and you killed 5 people. Usually, we don't expect candidates to let 5 people die on their first day, but we will give you the benefit of the doubt on this one. Just think a little more about getting involved next time. Who do you... Oh, okay, I get to yell at my audience. I get to yell. Look, there's no good place for my face. There's not a single good spot for my face anywhere in here. Where do I go? Where do I go? Where do I go? Where do I go? Right here? Here we are. Look, this game does not get to yell at you. I get to yell at you. If you want to kill 5 people, you kill 5 people. That's your prerogative. You didn't pull that lever. That means that you didn't kill anybody. That trolley was going there anyway. It was not your fault. They're not your problem. You didn't let them die. They died because they got on the tracks. Why were they on the tracks in the first place? It's their own fault. You're not going to send it careening off into someone else. You didn't have any part of it. How dare this game try to lecture you and tell you who you are and what you're supposed to do. That is not what this is about. You are beautiful butterflies, and I applaud everything that you've ever done. You've never made a mistake in your life. You never will make a mistake, and everything you've done is entirely perfect. Congratulations. You kill 5 people, that's A-okay in my book. You disagree with Reed Graves. I don't know who that is. Finish.
If it ain't broke, don't.
Oh, God, I can't move my face.
This test will focus
okay,
on
I found a good spot.
Responsibility. Here's Polly. She's 5 years old. While she loves to play in the sand with her dolls, she dreams of looking after the world. Polly's destiny is to grow up to be a great doctor.
Wow.
More of us should take a leaf out of her book.
Oh, wow. Why is the game still so quiet? The game is still incredibly quiet. I have my volume literally turned up as much as I can for the game volume. This is at a 9, and it's still quiet. Okay. I have the final say. I should have turned this to viewer mode, because you guys are the responsible ones here, okay? All right.
A trolley is
oh,
heading
God.
to...
Oh, God. But you can't hear when I'm adjusting. But my face is...
The trolley will derail and descend down a hill heading for the park's sandpit. You notice that Polly is in the sandpit, sculpting her dream hospital. What do you do?
Okay, all right, okay. Hey, what? Hold on. I'm gonna be here, and I'm there, and then nothing's happening. Okay, you notice that Polly is in the sandpit, sculpting her dream hospital. Wait. Hold on. Stop. If I...
Are you not saving them just because they aren't as cute as Polly?
What do you mean? Oh, hold on. Hold on. I can change the options mid... Oh. Here we go. Viewer choice. I can change them.
10.
Got it. Here we go. It's all good now.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Now it's your choice.
This test
now
will
you
focus
get
on
to
the first
decide.
principle, responsibility. Here's
I've
Polly.
given you the
She's
power.
5 years old. While she loves to play in the sand with her dolls, she dreams of looking after the world. Polly's destiny is to grow up to be a great doctor.
Mm-hmm.
More of us should take a leaf out of her.
Man, this backpack's uncomfortable. Hold on, I gotta readjust it. There we go. Now I'm good. Now I'm set. All right.
A trolley is heading towards another 5 people. You're next to a lever. If you pull this lever, the trolley will derail and descend down a hill heading for the park's sandpit. You notice that Polly is in the sandpit, sculpting her dream hospital. What do you do?
All right. So let's talk about delusions of grandeur, right? Delusions of grandeur are this concept where someone has like dreams that are way above their reach. Polly is building a hospital out of sand. That thing won't hold up under any kind of stress. I doubt that sand is very sterile in the first place. Honestly, Polly's going to grow up to kill more people than you would if you let it hit those 5 people. Polly, much like the girl in Men in Black...
Kids this much.
Honestly, you might, and that's okay, because that's your prerogative. Polly? Who's named Polly anymore? At all, ever. Polly is the name of probably...
Bye-bye, Polly.
I mean, bye-bye. You heard it. You heard it from the person there. Honestly, I don't know what Unger 1992 is. I'm not 100% sure what that is. I'm not going to touch it. I don't know. But honestly, I think this might be the best choice. Yeah. Yes.
That is an odd take on being responsible. The dictionary definition: to be the primary cause of something and so able to be blamed or credited for it. Are you to blame for the death of a young girl?
I mean, you said blamed or credited, so I think you're credited with the death of a young girl. That is really that's really something that not a lot of people can put on their resume. I'm putting my camera down here and I'm never moving it again because I don't feel like it. So you guys really, you killed one children, and honestly, you are in the majority here. So I think that makes it so that you guys can rest assured that you guys did the right thing.
Justifies the means.
Uh-huh.
The key to this test is integrity. This is Tyrone. He is a 30-year-old secretary at a law firm who enjoys binge-watching crime shows. Tyrone is a very large man. You don't really know anything else about him, apart from the fact that he has a severe phobia of trains.
Okay, so we got Tyrone is afraid of trains. You know what happens to people when they have phobias? They gotta face their fears.
Now we're upping the ante.
Mm-hmm.
You are on a bridge with Tyrone, watching a trolley speeding towards 5 people again. You can only stop it by deliberately pushing Tyrone off the bridge, blocking its path. Do you push Tyrone off the bridge? Or let the train hit 5 people?
Like I said, you gotta face your fears someday. And what a more poetic ending for Tyrone than facing his fears and head on. And at the same time, in conquering his own fear, saves the lives of 5 people. In all honesty, I think there is only one choice here. And you are making it.
To push him, even though you know full well he's terrified of trains.
That you're pushing him because he is terrified of trains. That is the only logical answer here.
It's different to allowing someone to die as collateral damage.
Not someone, it'd be 5 someone's, but honestly, maybe the fall would kill him. Maybe he'd die from the fall first. You gotta think about that. You gotta think about the whole picture of everything.
The cleaning company with the best reviews are Happy Cleaning Limited. Who knew one body could make so much mess? You're going to have to tip them well.
Well, I don't know about that. I don't know. Like, I think tipping culture is a plague. But I mean, I tip well. But I mean, like, maybe we should, like, maybe they should pay their employees fairly and not have to rely on tips for the livelihoods of their employees. That's really on them if you think about it. Anyway, we're a cult now.
Has 9 lives.
We're gonna test that.
Now for the final core value: respect. It seems we've run out of resources to continue your testing. I'm going to need you to go and grab some mannequins. You will need to take the next trolley, so don't get distracted by that dog. The trolley leaves in 1 minute.
Don't get distracted by that dog. This is one of those trick questions. If you don't get distracted by the dog, that's when you're going to lose sight of the dog, and the dog is going to go somewhere. So you need to stay 100% focused on that dog. You need to let that dog there. Never let it leave your sight. That dog is your only responsibility in this world, in your life. That dog is the most important thing. There is nothing else besides that dog. And in fact, if you only focus on the dog, you will not see anything else of importance around you.
There is a dying dog down on the tracks. No trolleys will use that line today, so the dog will not be hit. You're in a rush. Do you kill the dog, putting it out of its misery, or leave it to die, cold and alone?
Flip flop. Well, dying dog down on the tracks. No trolleys today. Dog will not be hit. What'll you do? What will you do? Oh my God, no. Look, I'm going to be perfectly honest with you guys. This is not a conundrum. Okay, this is not a conundrum. You don't leave that dog to suffer.
How are you going to do it?
Probably with a rock or something. I don't know. Look, it's not a thing. It would be more heartless to let that animal suffer, then if you're like, oh, I can't do it, that is a weakness and a weakness of character that you cannot allow to happen there. Somewhere out there is a man missing a best friend. Well, the dog's going to die, probably. You could try and save it. Like if it was a situation where that dog was dying 100%, there is no option to save it. There is no option. You put it out of its misery.
When you respect something, you're meant to care about its feelings and wishes. Instead, you just killed it.
You just killed it. Just because you were too weak. Reed Graves chose to save the dog. Okay, so now this is bullshit, right? This is bullshit. Because the option was not to save the dog. It was gonna live, though. That is not the situation that was presented. This is a hypothetical situation. And now I have a problem with this game. See, the situation that was presented is that the dog is dying, right? The dog is dying. It's a dying dog that is on its last leg, not about to be hit by a trolley. If you come across a dying dog that is 100% going to die, not possible to be saved, you have the responsibility to put it out of its misery. If the dog could be saved, yes, do everything that you possibly could. That was not the situation that was presented. And fabricating an artificial situation that redeems yourself in the eyes of your own soul just to say, oh, but if I could have saved it, that is not the situation that was presented. And now I have a fundamental problem with this game because it is artificially twisting the story after you make the choice. And it's saying Reed Graves chose to save the dogs. I don't know who Reed Graves is. Reed Graves is probably an idiot. You agree with players worldwide. Doesn't matter. I now have a problem with this game, and I do not want to play it anymore. If they're going to pull shit like that, that is not cool with me. Alt F4. All right, cool. Thank you very much. I have gotten no content out of this. That's a dumb game. That was a dumb game. No, thank you. It's got mixed reviews. I just went to the store for it. It's got very, very mixed reviews. There is something about, like, I love moral conundrums, but I do not love moral conundrums that change the conundrum after you've already made the decision and intentionally try to make you feel bad about yourself. That is an idiotic thing, and that's a dumb move to make. So there's a reason why that's mixed reviews on that. Because, to be perfectly honest, that is very dumb. So says the cult! We did what was right because we had the guts to follow through with it. If there was a dying dog in the woods, I would put it out of its misery. If there was any thought in my mind that it could be saved, I would do everything in my power to save it. But if it was obvious, I would not let that dog suffer, because to do so would be monstrous. This is also an interesting conundrum. Let's say if there was a zombie apocalypse, right? Let's say if there was a zombie apocalypse. I recently just had this conversation with Amy. I get bit by a zombie, okay? I get bit by a zombie. It happens. You are there. You got a gun. Would you shoot me right away, or would you wait until I, like, start to turn? Then you would know. See, that's the thing. Everyone in zombie movies is like, they get bit and they're just like, you know what to do. And I'm like, do you know what to do? Wait, hold on. Do you know what to do? Some people are immune. It's very rare, but you know, it happens sometimes. There was a Left 4 Dead comic book about this particular story. I'm about to ruin some things for you guys if you never knew about it. There was a Left 4 Dead, authentic, official, Valve-endorsed Left 4 Dead comic book. Zoe, I think is her name. Zoe from Left 4 Dead 1. Zoe Left 4 Dead, is that it? Zoe Left 4 Dead. Yeah, Zoe. So Zoe in Left 4 Dead had this exact situation with her dad. And the whole backstory was that they always were like, hey, if I ever turn a zombie, get bitten by a zombie, you shoot me. And then guess what Zoe does? Shoots her dad before ever seeing that it's turned. They go later. Guess what? Zoe is immune. Then they go down the road and the story reveals from some laboratory that was studying the zombie virus that the immunity gene is passed down paternally, which means that her dad was immune and she shot her dad. So, wait till they turn. That is the line of seeing if something can be saved or not. You go see if it could be saved. And then when there's no chance, you put it out of its misery. Whether it's a dog or your dad. So, bang! But only, if you're sure. So, yeah. Anyway, that's what I have about that. That's what I have to say about the Trolley.